appalling. This is the worst start for a Grand Prix that I have ever seen in the whole of my life.
In the realm of Formula One, where the line between triumph and tragedy is as thin as a racing slick, there exists an event so mind-bending, so pulse-pounding, that it defies all conventions of motorsport. It's the race that not only etched itself into the history books, but also imprinted its legacy on the very DNA of Formula One. Welcome to the unforgettable tale of the 1998 Belgian Grand Prix. Imagine, if you will, the magnificent Spa-Francorchamps circuit, shrouded in an air of anticipation, as the titans of motorsport gathered for a showdown of epic proportions. Qualifying was a spectacle in its own right, as Mika Hakkinen and David Coulthard, both McLaren maestros, engaged in a high-octane tango for pole position. Lap after heart-pounding lap, they shaved fractions of seconds off their lap times, with Hakkinen ultimately clinching pole by a mere blink of an eye, a single tenth of a second. Yet this race was not only about the fierce rivalry at the front. The grid boasted a captivating mix of seasoned champions and emerging talents. Damon Hill's resurgence saw him claim P3, outpacing the relentless Michael Schumacher and his equally fiery teammate Eddie Irvine. Further down the grid, Jacques Villeneuve defied disaster, securing a remarkable 6th place despite a hair-raising incident that nearly saw his Williams demolished. On the flip side, Mika Salo's qualifying session ended in a thunderous crash, foreshadowing the tumultuous events that lay ahead. Race day dawned with a twist of fate: rain. Despite the customary expectation of clear skies at Spa, the heavens opened, turning the battlefield into a treacherous maze of slick asphalt. As the race commenced, a handful of daring souls, including the rain virtuoso himself, Michael Schumacher, opted for intermediate tires. Others erred on the side of caution, choosing full wets. At the moment the lights extinguished and the engines roared to life, a symphony of sheer power and human will engulf the circuit. Hakkinen made a solid getaway, poised for glory. However, Coulthard, the Scottish maestro, struggled to find traction in the tempest. Yet it was the chaos unfolding behind them that would etch this race into legend. The spray of rooster tail plumes from the cars painted an impenetrable curtain, robbing the racers of sight and testing their courage to the limits. It was within this curtain that pandemonium erupted, as a collision between Irvine and Coulthard triggered an apocalyptic 13-car pileup. Debris scattered across the track, a landscape of shattered carbon fiber and mangled dreams, prompting a red flag that halted the race. As the world watched in disbelief, heroic figures emerged from the chaos, battered but miraculously unbroken. Barrichello, Rosset, Panis, and Salo faced the wreckage head-on and were forced to withdraw, a testament to the robust safety measures of Formula One. While the machines lay mangled, the drivers walked away, a reminder of the resilience that defines this sport. Yet, the drama was far from over. The pit lane, typically a place of precision and order, transformed into a battleground of raw emotion. Michael Schumacher, his patience exhausted, confronted Coulthard, hurling accusations and igniting a pit lane brawl that would go down in motorsport infamy. The race resumed, but the air was thick with tension and intrigue. Damon Hill, seizing the moment, ascended to the forefront, overtaking both McLarens in a redemptive surge. Yet Hakkinen's torment continued as his McLaren spun 180 degrees, leaving him helpless as Johnny Herbert's Sauber collided with him, extinguishing both their races and necessitating the return of the safety car. Coulthard, too, was ensnared in the drama, finding himself ensnared in a gravel trap after a tangle with Alexander Wurz. The race pressed on, with Hill leading the charge. However, Schumacher, with a simmering rage, gestured impatiently at Coulthard, a moment that culminated in a collision, marking the abrupt end of Schumacher's dominance. The 1998 Belgian Grand Prix was not just a race, it was a Shakespearean epic, an opera of speed and emotion played out on the grandest of stages. It was a race where team orders and rivalries took center stage, where brotherly bonds were tested, and where legends were born. In a season where Jordan had not finished higher than 4th, Damon Hill secured an unprecedented victory, marking Jordan's maiden Grand Prix win and propelling Eddie Jordan into a jubilant jig in the paddock. The Belgian Grand Prix of 1998 was not just a race. It was a monumental spectacle, a roller coaster of emotion that defied the laws of physics and left an indelible mark on Formula One history. While the odds of witnessing such an extraordinary race again may be slimmer than a racing line through Eau Rouge, its legacy lives on, an enduring testament to the heart-pounding, awe-inspiring drama that is Formula One.